Hey, how you doing guys? This is ZDEyE here. So today I really wanted to talk about a particular game that I'm very anticipated and very excited for, and hopefully it will come into the fruition. Such as the game being in the development by Bluepoint games. You guys might know of them since they actually have managed, I should never say that, I do apologize, but yes, they pretty much mastered of making remasters, remakes, and as such, right? So basically one of the games as such, hopefully, this is still a rumor, it's not exactly confirmation, but with so much teases that Bluepoint games themselves were doing, I just can't see this any other way. For example, there were two rumors going on regarding of the two games that they may be remaking, or remastering, I guess, anyway. One of them was Metal Gear Solid, and the other one was Demon's Souls. Now, I seriously hope it's Demon's Souls. I want Demon's Souls more than anything, far more than Metal Gear Solid. But anyway, with so many teases, rumors, it's most likely will be Demon's Souls indeed. On top of that, a couple of days ago, Bluepoint Games officially from their Twitter tweeted this out, and what you're seeing right there in front of you, as it goes. To classics we play, our blood, sweat, tears give thanks. To family and fans eager to stay, cheers, rekindle flames, thanks. Today feast, tomorrow rest, soon the beast freed from jest. Temptation we shun, then on to the next. We reset to further adorn the Genesis, an era reborn. I don't think we even need a genius to figure this out. This is the reference to the Demon's Souls. And as such, it's just that there's so many words and things that's been mentioned, such as blood, sweat, tears, flames, beast, Demon's Souls. You have to admit that. And I really cannot wait to see what they got in store for us. Now, if it's going to be exactly the similar thing as Demon's Souls, I will be down for it, as long as it's better with the quality and far better controls. I will be down for it, well, one thing, because I actually have never even tried to play Demon's Souls. In fact, I never even heard of this game until recently, when I started getting into the Dark Souls series, and from Software games anyway. I absolutely adore every single little From Software game out there. It's just any game they create is freaking fantastic in the masterful level. Not like up to like a game, it's a great game. No, oh god, it's almost like a masterpiece. In some cases even as simply is a masterpiece game, for real. And that's a big feat personally. I really think that Bluepoint is trying to strive for something in here. There were a lot of rumors saying that Bluepoint Games may be actually releasing the game in the end of 2020. And yes, that meaning, well, the next generation will be coming in the end of 2020. Presumably will be November of 2020. Still, I think that's when we are going to get our hands on the Demon's Souls, or remaster, remake, it does not really matter, but still either one will be awesome. And also, already, since we're getting these teases coming from Bluepoint Games, I personally, this is speculation on my part, guys, right now. I personally think that we're gonna get and see something regarding of their next remake Indie Game Awards. If you guys might know, it will be happening at the beginning of December today. Well, right now it's the 1st of December, recording this video anyway, and the commentary, and when you guys watching it as well. Yeah. And anyway, basically, I think a couple more days, in a week or so, and I think it was on the 12th of December will be Game Awards, and that's when we will see far more interesting information, and perhaps even a brand new first teaser trailer for their next upcoming game. And yes, it is presumably going to be Demon's Souls. Man, oh man, I cannot wait. I actually was even not expecting, that's incorrect saying. I was also actually thinking of getting a PlayStation 3 and Demon's Souls to play it on that console. Seriously, I was seriously, just for one game, I was thinking of getting my PlayStation 3 back, and because nowadays it's really cheap, and I'm not looking for like a grand deal of a PlayStation 3, but still, man, I mean, something about this game is just that I kind of want it. I really want it. But I'm glad the way. I think I can still wait it out a little bit longer. We already had our hands on sort of the Dark Souls series games, as such as like Jedi Fallen Order as an example, and then Neo 2 will be coming out at the beginning of the 2020. And of course, I'm sure there's gonna be at least 1 or 2 more games, and perhaps some of the games I'm missing up, and it probably slipped out of my mind, unfortunately. But yes, you can already hear by my tone of my voice, guys. I'm very much excited for this game, the Demon's Souls. I really want to complete every single game From Software that they ever created and get even a platinum trophy. Now I understand that From Software has even managed, incorrect saying anyway, but they anyway created one of the other games as well. Seems like they're actually slowing down with the pace of the games that they are trying to bring them out, and as such, of course. So basically, if you guys might already know it, Demon's Souls, as I'm looking through the Wikipedia as well, yes, that actually came out on PlayStation 3 exclusively, so this means it will be most likely coming on a PlayStation 5 exclusively, or PlayStation 4 as well. And since the Demon's Souls came out on PlayStation 3 on February 5th, 2009. Wow, that's a long time ago. That's been more than 10 years since the Demon's Souls came out, and that's incredible. Also, From Software created so many other games before that as well. Since they began, was like in December 16th and 1994, they released their first ever game by the name of King's Field. They also made like a trilogy of it as well, King's Field 2 and 3 as well, yearly it was coming out. But then it just continued on from there, and they started having so much expertise and knowledgement of how to craft and make phenomenal games. And of course, there are different types of developers and people out there that come and go, different expertise, and of course, longer you wait and longer you develop the video games and more the technology improves, the easier the software they will get as well. More complicated in a lot of ways, but also it means that it's necessary to create something of a masterful game that you could not have done it so a decade ago. I shouldn't say a year ago. But yes, and now if Demon's Souls is in the hands on Bluepoint Games, and mind you, they managed to create some of the phenomenal games as well, with just being a remaster or remake as well, right? So that's actually a very good feat to see how much more can they improve upon the games that they have already made. And it just makes it interesting because this is going to be one of their biggest feats, and it's going to be interesting to see how different or how similar it would be. Well, I'm actually also talking about this in this commentary right now, through my mind, I have already just mentioned it right then, but I'm actually still considering of actually buying a PlayStation 3 and getting Demon's Souls and just to play it again. Maybe you could tell me down in the comments as well, guys, should I do that? Go for a platinum trophy on that game, even though it will be on a PlayStation 3. Some part of me just saying like, well, why would I do that, for example? But some other parts, like I really want to revisit Grand Theft Auto 4 as such. Man, I don't understand why these older games never got imported to the PlayStation 4 and as such, and I really hope there's much more of these games that you guys perhaps love, and to play it on your PlayStation 4 or your next generation of consoles, the PlayStation 5. Similar thing goes for the Xbox, by the way, guys. I'm sure you have nostalgia out there as well. For every one of us, we have our nostalgia, right? We all want to play our older types of games because we miss them. And for me, experiencing what is Dark Souls from Software games anyway, Bloodborne, Sekiro as an example, it's just kind of bothersome personally for me that I don't have an opportunity to play their games, because it's kind of restricted on the one platform because it's such an old IP, an old game, and that it never got ported into the next generation of consoles, the PlayStation 4. And well, thankfully, as the rumors confirm, well, rumors I'm talking about, it may come into fruition as such that we are gonna get our hands on the remastered or remake version of the Demon's Souls. Man, it will be awesome to always get these backwards compatibilities on all the consoles and all the platforms and all the games that you would like to revisit and play through again. and just like that's the best experiences in a video game you can ever have, in my personal opinion. Now I understand many of you may not be as into the agreement as I'm talking about it here, but something about this is just strives personally for me to enjoy and actually goddamn get the PlayStation 3 and older games once again. And thankfully in some cases, because the technology improves, it gets more expensive, while the older technology gets cheaper, and as such PlayStation 3 or the Xbox 360 for many of you guys, it will be far cheaper price now currently, and as well those previous gen consoles of the games, they're also much cheaper, like getting up to €10, if not, god, maybe for €1-2, sometimes for free, something they could be given out, I don't know, but this is just, that will be an awesome opportunity to make sure that we all have our games that we love playing in the old times when we were much younger and as such, and revisiting them without any restrictions once again whenever we actually want to. Alright, well, I guess from Demon's Souls I went into a bit of a nostalgia as well, but hopefully it was quite interesting to hear me out and have a little bit of a general conversation about this as well. Tell me down in the comments, what did you think? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Would you like to see something like this? I mean, thankfully we are getting something like this, but still I want to make sure that we're capable and able to get every game out there that was our nostalgia, that we simply love playing. And yeah, just before you do go, guys, I'm actually currently in making in one of the very special videos, and it's gonna be about 20 minutes length, almost there, and it's gonna be big, it's gonna be a very big video, and I personally think as well that it will definitely be worth your time to check it out, because it will be a striving point for my channel to see if I should continue making these heavy edited videos. On top of that, I am actually still gonna do 1 or 2, and that's it, more videos that are gonna be quite heavily edited as well in December of this year, mind you. So yeah, in this month, and my most anticipated list. On top of that, a game of the decade, since 2019 is coming to an end. I thought it was quite important to revisit of all of our favorites in the past decade, because well, 2020 is upon us, so it's a brand new decade that we're gonna have to face, and yet we're gonna have to let go of the old one. What a days, what a life. Alright, well, thank you so much for watching, like and subscribe. I'll see you guys all later, and yeah, have a good one.